Look like Doctor Strange up in here. It's chilly. It's chilly in my basement. Sorry about that, guys. What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. We are a few minutes late getting started, but we got plenty to talk about today. Boys are home from school today. Boys are home from school, so it's been a little different of a morning routine. It is, we were dealing with lunches and everything, and, we just kind of, lost track of time. So I apologize for all of that. Yeah. Give me a second to get everything. Did I download? I don't even know if I've downloaded these. Man, I've made so many videos this morning. Friday mornings, I work on the weekend, right? I work on the weekend worth of videos so that I don't have to deal with, weekend videos on the weekend, right? And it's been a very busy morning. I think I've churned out 8. I think I made 8 videos this morning for this weekend. Gosh, it's cold in the basement. Woo, it's really cold in the basement. Over on the Emerald word of the day is !win. Let's see. Emerald word of the day. !win. It's all lowercase. !win, all lowercase. Right? I want to talk about win trading or collusion. Talk about that today. Talk about OSH. Talk about this crappy event we have here on Hero Wars Mobile. Want to say hi to the chat before we get into anything too much. Is my hair sticking out? No, it's just the loop. I just have the loop. Okay. I need to get a trim, guys. I need to get a trim. Let's see. Stay offline. There we go. Need to get a trim. Letting Hero Wars Mobile get going real quick, and then we will jump into yes, I do have blue light glasses. They're upstairs. I've been wearing them a lot, and they've actually been super helpful. Super helpful. Super helpful. Of course, I'm not wearing them right now. All right, so on Hero Wars Facebook and web and Hero Wars Alliance, we have this concept of win trading or not putting up a defense. I'm not sure what our situation is with Chrysaor lately. Like, why they're not putting up a defense, but we are putting up a defense. I don't know if they're just trying to get better and learn fights more or whatever. Those of you that have been following the channel for a long time, you know that Cry is our sister guild. I don't really know if, we're not even that friendly with them anymore. But anytime we face Chrysaor on Friday, we win trade. We both usually we don't put up any defenses, and we both get 1,400 points that day. And this happens a lot. And most often when this happens, it's because there is a monopoly of guilds. Monopoly isn't the right word. A conglomerate, I guess, or something. There is 2 to 3 guilds. They're all the same guild, but they're like, Digital Dominance 1 and Digital Dominance 2 and Digital Dominance 3. And you see that kind of situation where there are 2 to 3 to 4 guilds that are all on the same Discord, and they work together, rotating people in and out of the number 1 ranked spot every week in order for those players to get Gold League trophies for a while. It doesn't matter as much on mobile. You just get more trophies, right? I guess we're in Gold League, so it doesn't matter. So you get more trophies and less trophies, and you're also doing it to keep people out of Gold League. You do it to kind of block a cartel. Perfect, a cartel. You do it to keep people out of Gold League, or to, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of reasons why you would do it, but the main thing is to keep yourself and your sister guilds or whatever in Gold League, in the top of Gold League. And, you know, especially if you have a group of players, there's too many, 30, 60, 90, because each guild is 30 players strong. Now, what's really interesting about this that I find is that you hear a lot of people all the time, the vocal minority I often refer them to, and this is not excusing any activity, I'm not saying that, but you often see things like, well, my server is dead, but then on other servers you see them having, you know, 90 players on the same guild, in the same guild, even though it's a cartel, as we called it. Thank you, Vincent. Right? So the question comes up occasionally. It's like, is this good for the game? And I think sometimes it's definitely bad for the game. And sometimes it doesn't really have much of an impact on the game. I don't think it's ever good for the game. Should community managers, developers, or whatever step in and stop this sort of thing from happening? Win trading in mini games is illegal, right? Well, against terms of service, not illegal. We don't want to, there's no state law against it, no federal law against win trading, nothing like that. Although I guess in some instances there might be, whenever you're talking about professional sports and stuff like that. But anyway, you know, this doesn't really help the game at all. It helps us and Cry have a nice break on Friday. That's the reason why we do it. At least on Surface, that's why we do it. Usually, we are in the top 3 every single week, our guild. And again, this is just my situation. I know that there are much more egregious situations, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. Usually, Digital Dominance, my guild, is in the top 3 every single week, right? Some days we drop down to 4. Some days we're in second and third. Most weeks we're in first place. Would us getting 900 points today instead of 1,400 points, would it make a difference? It could. It absolutely could make a difference. We might drop down to 2. We might drop down to 4. Very rarely are we ever in a position where we would drop down to 4th place. Right? Very rarely does that ever have any opportunity of happening. And we're almost never in 5th or 6th place, even if we, you know, didn't do this ever. And, you know, the amount of times that we face Chrysaor on Friday, it what is it, like maybe once a month, right? Maybe once a month, maybe a little bit more depending on the luck of the draw and all of that. I don't know that our situation, although people on our server hate it, they do. They hate it a lot. We're cheating. It's collusion, and it is those things. It is those things. It absolutely is. You know, by definition, I think by the strictest definition, it is absolutely collusion. Jacques says, one way to prevent this is to have the points if no defense is in place. Those that do it use to take a day off instead of working for your points. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I don't know. The thing is, guys, and where I have a big problem with this, and I'm not saying that I don't have a problem with my situation. I don't care enough. Let's be very clear. I don't care enough to let this bother me. And I'll tell you why. If you don't like it, play better. Or pay better. Whatever. Pay more money or play better. Whatever. It's a pay-to-win game, right? If you don't like it, pay better. If you don't like it, play better. On situations like if the unit, Excelsior, and Chrysaor, if all 4 of these guilds, right, were in collusion together, and the whole point of it was to keep Insane Asylum out of Gold League. Like, I don't know why we would specifically pick on Insane Asylum. I don't know why anybody would pick on a guild. I don't understand the logic behind that. You're just being petty, I guess. Being petty. Maybe there's some personal grievances. I don't understand that kind of stuff. It's internet. You're all strangers. I don't understand. Words hurt me. Oh my gosh. People say horrible things all the time, and you shouldn't let it bother you. I just gotta let, you know, life is too short to just, you know, to let that stuff be affected by you. But if we we in a 4-guild cartel were actively preventing people from getting into the top 4, from getting into consistent gold league and all of that. I have a little bit more of a problem with that personally. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I have a little bit more of a problem with it than what we're doing. Though on some level, what we're doing, I also still kind of have a problem with. But again, I don't care. I don't care enough. If I'm having a trouble getting into Gold League, if my guild is having trouble getting into Gold League because there are 4 guilds blocking progress, move servers. Move servers. Just move servers. Join a new guild, right? If all 30 of your guild members are having that much of an issue, move servers. There are so many servers that are dead, right? So many dead servers. Just move servers. Or play better. Or play better. Guys, I saw that Hero Wars Guide mentioned something up a little bit up here, and I wanted to highlight it real quick. They don't even enforce the rules that they do have. The expectation of what is right and wrong in a video game, from a moral standpoint, it's such a gray area if it's not expressly limited in the terms and conditions, the terms of service, or the player contract, or whatever you want to call it. There isn't anything that ever is going to happen. There is nothing that is ever going to happen on their end. Why would you want mommy and daddy to step in and fix your problem? Because it's not their problem. It's not their problem. They got on top. Networking, paying more money, having better teams, right? Those 3 things got them on top. If you can't do that, you can't ask somebody else to do it for you, right? You've got to take this, you got to carpe that diem, man. You got to carpe that diem. And if that means moving servers, move servers. We had a double guild forming about a year ago on my starting server, so my guild moved servers. Now my guild moved again. I don't have the means to pay to rejoin my guild. Was with them. You don't have the means? Like, you don't have the 50 emeralds or whatever? We had the problem with 2 Russian guilds in Silver. Since Silver's weekly schedule is set by rankings, the rest of Silver was able to collude and send the Russians to the bottom. You know, that's one way to go about it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I would be interested to hear anybody else's opinion on this. And this is just an opinion. No matter how strongly you feel about something, it is just an opinion in this case. There is no right or wrong here because there is simply no rule in place to enforce or not enforce this situation. If you don't like it, play better. Sorry. That's just how I feel. Now, all of that piss and vinegar behind us. Let's get even more upset. We have a Titan event. Hi Hero, there's a new special event waiting for you tomorrow, which is live now, in which you'll be able to upgrade various Titans. Over the course of 3 days, you'll have to complete various tasks and earn cool rewards, including artifacts and soul stones for Titans of all elements. But that's not all, as you'll also be able to get lots of useful resources for your Titanic team, for example, skin stones, fairy dust, Titan potions. Note: Solaris and Brewstar soul stones and artifacts won't be available during this event. Read the full guide to the quest chains, the Worlds Collide. This has got, let's see, log in, get VIP, spend emeralds, completing Master Fire tasks, completing Titan Plains tasks, completing Father of the Oceans tasks. What is going on here? Why are we being bogarted so hard from Solaris emeralds? I was quietly hoping, before I saw this post, and I didn't talk about this in last night's live stream because we just didn't have enough time. Whenever I saw this post yesterday, I was so let down. I was so let down by the fact that you cannot get Brewstar, Solaris, Soul Stones, and artifacts. It seems to me that this would have been a perfect opportunity. Maybe it's a little too soon. For Brewster. Maybe. This would have been a perfect opportunity. A Titan event, coming off a strong, I guess, spring event. What's the point, is my statement. What's the point? There are a lot of people that are leveling up all the other Titans, I guess, and good for them. But here's another problem. This is shared to us by Badada. Let's see. Badada? This is the Japanese announcement of the same post. The same post that I just showed you, right? This one right here. Here, this post right here, right? This post. This is the same post in Japanese. Now, if you can't read Japanese, I'm not going to get mad at you, but you're going to be upset when I have to tell you what I have to when I tell you what I have to say. This right here says only Solaris stuff is excluded. Are there any Japanese players in chat right now that could let me know if Brew Star stuff is available on Hero Wars Alliance in Japan? I'm curious. If any of you are on a VPN, can jump over to Japan, something like that. How come Japanese players get access to Brew Star Soul Stones and artifacts? I'm assuming this is a typo. It wouldn't make any sense because Brew Star is newer than Solaris. It wouldn't make any sense at all. And I'm sure it's just a typo. But this event, I was so disappointed. I don't get heavily disappointed by this game that often, or so I thought. Now it feels like I'm getting disappointed constantly. Oh, I gotta restart. Or is the event not even active yet? I thought the event went live today. I could have sworn this event went live today. Did I read this wrong? Oh, this was posted this morning. Wait a second, this was posted this morning. So the event goes live tonight. So we don't even know about the Japanese thing. I don't know. I guess I got all riled up. I guess tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day that I get upset. Not today. I don't know. Aside from that, guys, there really isn't a ton of news. You have the free gift, right? The free gift on both versions of the game. There you go. Spring event Ode to Beauty is live on Hero Wars Mobile. And mobile players that didn't watch yesterday's live stream, if you're mobile-only players, page is out of date. Let's refresh here. How upset are you guys about these skins? How upset are you about these skins? Like, look at the quality. Look at the quality of... Oh, wait. I've already bought the skins. Let's see. Here's Polaris. Like, look at this skin compared to, like, the Orion skin. Here, let me hide the chat here. Like, look at the level of detail. These are, like, low-res... Somebody said cartoony versions yesterday. Taking a look at the Kark skin compared to the Ishmael skin. Kark skin, Ishmael skin. Like, look at the vines. Look at how much more detail the vines have. And then the Kira skin, which I think is the dumbest looking of the three. And the... Who got the third? Fafnir. Fafflejacks. Yeah. I do like the simplistic sprite look a little bit. That Ishmael skin does look real good, man. That Ishmael skin does look real good. Looks real good. Oh, and if you weren't here yesterday, the dates on this is wrong. If you're a Facebook and web player, the dates on these are wrong. This actually goes until the 14th. This goes until the 16th, and this goes until the to the 18th. These dates are the art is wrong, right here. There's probably some truth to that because Morgan and Mushi would crash the game a lot. Let's see. Oh, I get it. The new art. That's not a truffle on the ground behind Fafnir. Oh, man. I do like spring, but only really into the garden skins. Okay. You know, they always post 3 days like 11, 12, 13. Oh, well, still. It makes sense. You know, the 14th, the event is over. Once you get into the 14th, the event is, you know, it's effectively over. As it were. Chilly down here. Very, very chilly down here. Yeah. Yeah. Jabir, congratulations. Let's see. Get this open. 126 people have entered into the contest today. There you go. We're going to draw another name, though. Underscore Lee. What version of the game do you play on? Web player. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go. Muhammad, are you talking about Facebook and web, or are you talking about mobile? Which version of the game are you talking about? Ishmael is a tank. You could hit like. Mark B. Yeah. Do some Q&A. Let's see what else. I saw a question about Astrid and Lucas. Did that get answered? So Turbo, yeah, the blue light glasses definitely do help. They help a lot. They help a lot with my eye strain. I was actually surprised. It's a little weird getting used to them, not having worn glasses much, but yeah, they definitely help. A big part of it is glare, I guess, right? And reducing the glare is a lot of it, but the blue light straining. Asher and Lucas wanted to know if they were good and if they worked with Corvus Morgan. Oh, I gotcha. Rao, what is the best damage dealer currently? Which version of the game are you on? Which version of the game? There's a lot of conversation. There's like my favorite damage dealer, and then there's best damage dealer. It could go either way. Web player. I think the damage dealer the best damage dealer is going to depend a lot on your server. I expect with this new Fafnir and Ishmael skin, I would expect that Ishmael is probably going to be extremely popular. He's going to become extremely popular. Already is an extremely popular damage dealer. Question about Ishmael tank earlier. I mean, the main thing for him tanking is to do more damage so he can get more of his vampirism. So either the crit chance, really any of his abilities. I hesitate to tell you to level his health skin, but if you're exclusively using him for the front line, then I guess it would probably be okay. Though if you don't use him in first position all the time, the health skin I think would be kind of a waste. Even though I think the bunny slipper skin is absolutely incredible. I think Ishmael is going to be a great damage dealer to level up. I don't think you're going to go wrong with them. Level up like Fafnir with them and Nebula to go with them. A couple of other heroes to kind of go with them. It's going to have a strong, strong hero there. And if I weren't working on my Yasmin right now, I think Ishmael would be a good opportunity for me and a lot of others. I just have so many frontline damage dealers already. If you see a lot of Ishmaels and you want to counter Ishmael, then you want to bring in magic or pure damage dealers. That would be the best damage dealer. So I am of the opinion that I want to counter the popular damage dealers, which is why I leveled up Heidi, because for a long time, you only saw Dante everywhere. And Heidi's a really, really strong counter to Dante. But I will say this, Iris is probably the best choice for the most opportunity, right? I think Iris is probably the best damage dealer to level for the most opportunity. Not only is she great, irregardless of who you're going up against, with the exception of maybe a Yasmin, or like if you're putting him in the 5th position against like a Zhu. Like using Iris against Zhu is not a good idea. But using Iris against Dante, using Iris against Ishmael, the pure damage that she allows your team to put out to that front line would be a great, great hero to choose. And I often will use like, let's see if we can find an Ishmael team. Perfect. Here's an Ishmael team right here. So here's an Ishmael, Sebastian, Fafnir. This is a scary team. A scary team for sure, for sure, for sure. We need a thick tank, right? A thick, high health tank. You can use Rufus. I'm going to use Astaroth here. And I'm going to use Martha, since she's going to be protected the whole fight. Like nothing is going to touch Martha at all. Now, to slow down Ishmael, you're going to want heroes that can do pure damage and magic damage to him, even though whenever he's ascended, he can avoid those as well. So I'm going to use Iris here with Biscuit, and you could go with like the Iris Heidi combo, which I think is okay, but I don't know that I really want to use Heidi here. Since Ishmael's in 2nd position, it probably isn't a bad idea, right? You could get away with a lot of stuff. I like to use Axel. I like to use Maya a lot, right? She's helpful at kind of slowing down Ishmael. Polaris is also a good opportunity, right? Adding magic damage. I don't really have a strong magic damage team here, right? She has the ability to kind of freeze that front line as well, but she increases magic damage done by your team. I don't really have any magic damage dealers here. Iris does physical damage, and she boosts pure damage of your team. Heidi basically just does pure damage, right? So Polaris could be good because it attacks that front line. But, you know what? Let's try Polaris in here just to kind of see. So, yeah. Yeah. Yasmin takes 13 seconds. Oh, she can still get demolished by Dante. I agree, Poly T. I've just already leveled her up so much. I really kind of wish that I'd gone the route of Ishmael instead. Ishmael is the reason why I play Hero Wars, actually. So you have this shield right here, really going to slow down that front line. And when it breaks, there you go. We have that. The increased, see the extra damage that this front line is taking. See, they're frozen in place. But now that he's ulted, see, he's got these wings. Now we're in trouble. He's back to full health because of his vampirism. Now we're in trouble. It's hard. It's really hard to outrun. Fafnir's ability landed on Ishmael, not Sebastian. So it's really kind of hard to outrun his vampirism if you've got a Martha and if you don't have enough damage there. And I just didn't have enough damage. We're gonna time out. We might get lucky. Now we didn't quite get it. With so many armor artifacts. Yeah, it could have been. We could try an Aurora line. Let's see. Insane. Let's try it. Let's try, we could try the magic damage route using, here we go. Yeah, so let's, actually, let's go with Celeste instead. Let's go with Aurora, and we got Cascade. Let's go with Jorgen, and then If we swapped to Biscuit and used Arachne here. Ishmael is scarier when paired with Julius. All right, I can believe that. Now, see, if Fafnir's shield lands on another agility hero, like it landed on Sebastian, Ishmael's a lot squishier. Ishmael's a lot squishier. Soldier with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Got that stun lock in. Yeah, now the shield is on Ishmael. Can we get him down? Shield blocked it. Now he's gonna get healed back up to full. He's about to ult, and he's gonna get healed back up to full. Can I prevent it? Yeah, Arachne with the assassinate there. Not bad. Polaris getting this second skin, this magic attack skin, I'm going to want to use her a lot more. Aurora, Maya, Arachne, Amira, easy win. Yep. I was saving the Amira conversation. I was saving that. But I was trying to make a point with Iris first. I might time out. I'm going to time out. Should probably use Amira instead. All right. So then the conversation then turns to who I think is the best, the absolute best counter to critical hit heroes, and that's Amira, right? So if we used let's see, Amira instead. Used Amira. Amira's got the ability to slow down critical hits, and I would probably use Maya. I should have swapped Arachne for Maya, but I want the magic penetration from Arachne. Krista is a great tank. Yep, Krista is a great tank for Ish. In this instance, though, we're kind of talking about. Oh wow. Gone. Should have gone with Maya. Should have gone with Maya. This insane guy is going to look at his log and be like, how come Hero or Essential fought me so many times in a row? So the best damage dealer, in conclusion, the best damage dealer is going to really depend on who you see a lot or who you like. Honestly, I think any damage dealer could work. I think any damage dealer would be good. Any damage dealer. You know, I'll use Kark against that team. I'll use Artemis against that team if I had Artemis leveled up, right? I underestimate Helios. I think he's too weak in this day and age. I'm rubber, you're glue, and MC Hammer Pants can't touch this. This guy, he's like, why does he keep attacking me? Let's try the Maya line here with Biscuit here, and then Mara. Astrid Lucas is a good tank against Ishmael. Civil's got it right. Helios has got one job, and Corvus and Amira do his job almost as good. Yeah, there you go. There was Amira popping off. Now let's just not time out. Soldier with the $5 super chat. Soldier, do you have any questions, or are you just sending me the super chats? Thank you so much for supporting the channel, though, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We got a kid-free weekend this weekend. It's guys' night tonight. Finally beat him. I'm gonna message him. Which arena log. I guess why am I apologizing? He won. He won 3 out of 4 of those fights. But, you know, to contrast all that, you know, if you see a lot of Dante's still, then you're going to want to use Heidi Iris as the 2 damage dealers that you bring. Heidi and Iris as the 2 damage dealers with Dorian, and we'll use the best tank in the game, Morrigan, right? You put Axel on Astaroth to slow down Iris, the enemy Iris. This is such a common defense I see, or used to see. Don't really see it anymore because it's so weak. All right. Dante can get a lucky crit and kill Heidi. That's why Astaroth is there. No, Kurt, I don't really play cards. I actually hate board games and games like that. Oh no, my tank is dead. Oh wow. I didn't have any Morgan babies up. Dang. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. No Morgan babies equals dead team. Morgan babies. Tequila and Lamp Party? No, I'm just going to go to the bar. Oh, I need to look at OSH. That's what I'm here for. We're here for OSH. Double dipping. Dante is really, really relying on luck nowadays. He's really, really relying on luck. I'm sad for him. At the same time, I'm pretty happy for everybody else. Because I'm tired of seeing Dante in half the teams. Or more. You know what I mean? Really tired of it. Let's see what we can do about OSH. Let's start with our LOL OSH team. We're just going to stick with our 100 million team, our 100 to 120 million team. Stick with these for now. Just be consistent, pull our weight. We don't need to punch above our weight class just yet. Sitting pretty with where our Martha and Zhu are. Nebula's getting stronger every day. And with that, we should crack 100 million easy, since we lasted the first 2. Might not. Might top out at like 80 million. We're really running out of time. Yeah, 80 million. Went a little too slow. A little too slow. No big deal. It's all right. We'll get the second 160 down. Why use Axel if you auto? Because autoing with Albus is worse. Let's take a look at big hitters so far. Let's see, I did 80. Mailman did 145. Julios did 5 million. That's a bummer. 4 million from Minimus. Oh, man. And 1.2 million. So none of our big hitters... Raven did 215 million to the 150 boss. Yeah, none of our big hitters have attacked the 160 Osh yet. Mailman did really good. I think that might have been Mailman's biggest hit so far. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's do our... Let's see, Albus. Never can remember which pets to use here. Never can remember. I feel like I want Axel here. Yeah, I don't know. 236,000? 236 million or 236,000? I did Heidi's ult too soon. And now I've lost. Messed up. That's the danger of this stupid fight, man. You can't train it all. You can't do any testing with it. And if you mess up, Charlie, would you ever choose Oliver over Axel? Yes, occasionally I do. In big physical attacking lines, I absolutely do. You know, he's a good pet. Right? Team ability, restoring lost health as they take physical damage. It just feels a little slow. Compared to Axel's damage spread. What if you make a periodic videos helping physical in player role with our team's players send you their teams? You suggest how you would change it. Gerardo, I mean, yeah, I absolutely would. I'd be happy to do that. It's going to be real server specific though. If Yasmin got her 2 ascension skills, would that speed up her ults? I don't know what her 2 ascension skills are though. I mean, like, how would I know that? Anthony? If one of the skills was to speed up her ult or make her dodge more or make her have more energy when she dodged, then yes, it would. But if it doesn't do that, then no, it wouldn't affect. It wouldn't affect her ult speed at all. BD Gamer Rafi. BD Gamer Rafi is our second winner. 170 people have entered. You got 30 seconds, BD Gamer. What sort of gamer are you? Got to be here to win. That's Griff's alt account. Ain't no way. Ah, another web enjoyer. Javier and BD Gamer Rafi, please reach out to me on Discord. My Discord information is in the description box down below. I just need to have a quick conversation with you about where you're. You know, if you win at the end of the month, I need to be able to contact you. So please reach out. Please reach out so I have that info. All right, what if the Ascension skill makes her slower by giving her extra life? Oh yeah. It's hard to say. I don't think Yasmin's ever gonna get Ascension skills. I think she's still popular enough that she's not gonna get them. Know what I mean? Get this tower real quick. Bangladesh. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Good luck to you. Seems like we got a lot of new names, new faces in the live stream in the last week or so. I'm glad for it. Let's take a look at Clash of Worlds real quick before we kind of wrap things up. We got all of our attacks left, and we're already deep into this fight. Sun Temple. Yeah, we can get this guy. Should be able to get this guy. We get some bad luck on the pull. If we don't pull the tank, then we should be fine. If we don't pull the tank, we should be fine here. It would be really cool if we pulled... Well, either of the other 2 Super Titans is who I would have preferred to pull. Throw up the shield here. Big rock. Hyperion's spear to your face. We're just going to auto-infold this down because all we got to do is stop Nova, and we should win. Bonk. We might time out, but here's our big rock in your face. Here's a big rock. Hope you enjoyed the big rock. I got a spear for you. Eat this. Right in your face hole. Right in your face hole. They ruined Yasmin with Helios, Corvus, and Celeste. Against what are teams you either want to pull Nova or Hyperion, but I prefer pulling Nova. You know, I find that if I don't pull the tank, I win a very high percentage of the time. I can't hit this dude. Shooting range by far has got the most work. Bastion, Alchemy Tower. I mean, look at this. The Twinity Trends. The Twinity Trends team. Trinity Twins. We got to go after this one here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Vex. Albus. We'll do Nebula. And I really don't want to waste Dorian here. Man, I don't want to use Dorian here. But I also don't want to use Martha. Maya? I need more healers that stand. You know what? I don't care. Let's just use Martha. It's fine. It's not going to matter. I can do it with the first three. I know, but I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up and leave a cleanup on this weak team. It's fine. It's fine. Two more Twins teams. We'll let other Isaac teams clean those up. Bastion. No, let's look at the shooting range. See, this is why I want Martha. I would want Martha for this line. Actually, either of these lines I would want Martha for. Do we save Morgan for a Dante line, maybe? Shooting range? I don't see any Rufuses anywhere. I don't see any Rufuses anywhere, guys. There's Rufus. Where have all the Rufuses gone? Are they on the Citadel? Where's all the Rufuses? Okay, well. BD Gamer, just type in @HeroWarsCentral in my Discord, and then just type your message, and I'll respond to it. That Yasmin just ruined... That Yasmin just ruined my Arachne ult. That Yasmin just ruined my Arachne ult. That Yasmin being stuck back here. That was bad timing. That was bad timing. This is actually a really good IDH opportunity right here. Really good IDH opportunity. Stick with what we know. Double healer makes me want to use Celeste. But I think she's just gonna die. Yeah. They used to be. Scott K. Used to be the best. I'd say that Aurora is still probably one of the best offensive tanks. I did a whole video about that, though. Bonk. Oh no, you pulled my healer to the middle of my team. What am I going to do? Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. I was worried about having enough damage to overcome these two, actually really three healers. We got through it. We got through it. We got through it. So I left a small cleanup. I'm not happy about it, but that's okay. That's okay. Apologize. Okay. I don't even... Okay. All right, guys. Remember that there's a time change in the United States on Sunday, so the streaming schedule might be a little different. We are going to be live streaming at 12 p.m. Central Time on Monday. 12 p.m. Central Time on Monday. I believe that is 5 p.m. UTC. So whatever time you are in the world, apply that, do math, figure it out, right? This weekend, please don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population on Monday. Please don't find yourself in the hospital or the newspaper or jail. But if you find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.